I'm a white person who lives in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and I'm constantly aware that the locals view me as a gentrifier and that I don't belong. What can I do? I guess to fit in.
Go back to where you came from. What could I do? Have you ever had a question you wanted to ask the opposite race but you were too nervous to ask?
I'm Turner Sparks.
And I'm Phil Duckett.
And this is Black and White Advice.
Where we answer all your questions about race, even the scary ones.
This is Black and White Advice.
You've got a question, but you're scared to ask. Just drop the boys a message, cause they're up to the task. They're rolling the dice, they ain't always nice, but you can't think twice when giving black and white advice. Black and white advice.
What's up, everybody? I'm Turner Sparks.
And I'm Phil Duckett.
Welcome back to the show. We got a lot coming up for you today. We have your black and white advice questions. We got white lies and dark truths coming up later with Joe Russell. But before all that, right now, we have a brand new game called Name the Criminal.
Ooh, I'm pretty good at this, guys. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
I made sure I found some kind of confusing ones, guys. So
I was wondering if they were gonna be black and white, or were you gonna really challenge us?
I'm going to challenge you.
Okay.
So the idea being, Joe went and found a bunch of crime stories, and then
All from the New York Post, by the way.
all from the New York Post,
Nice.
the paper of record. And then we're going to have to decide if could it be any race, or is this just a black? We have to decide the race.
So we will do different races in the future, but the first time out the gate, it's going to be black and white. And then I also want you to guess, for bonus points, if it's a male or female.
Okay, sounds good.
Halloween mask-wearing duo nabbed for stealing $8K in Magic the Gathering cards from a comic book store.
White male.
Is nerd a race?
Yeah, white male, 100%, lives in his mom's basement. Yeah.
But it's a duo.
Dude, it's two white males.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought it was like a lovers on the
Magic
run.
lovers kind of hang together. It's, you know what I mean? Like, it's a tight-knit group. Ask Joe.
Well, that's what it is called, Magic the Gathering.
Yeah,
so
Magic
it's
the
more than
Gathering.
one person.
What is that, like Dungeons and Dragons or some shit?
I think it's but if you're like an extra nerd. Did you have Magic kids at your high school? Magic the Gathering kids?
I'm sure we did, but bullying wasn't outlawed yet, so we killed them.
Oh, they were just dead?
We murdered them.
Was that South Carolina?
Yeah,
you went to school?
yeah.
Yeah, South Carolina high school.
Yeah, we don't like a lot of bullshit. We're pretty cookie cutout people.
They would always be around a corner. No matter where you were, if you came around a corner, you'd run into like 8 kids playing Magic the Gathering.
Black trenches.
And black trench coats, like loading their gun.
Yeah, for sure. And you knew where they were going to be at every day.
Ready to shoot up a school.
Yeah, exactly.
And rarely it was all dudes. There was never like females in the bunch. At least, well, no. Now that I think about it, I went to an
there was
all-boys school,
always a couple weird chicks that hung out.
Oh,
with
there were
them.
a couple weirdos?
Yeah, always a couple weird chicks that would hang out with them. Yeah.
All right, what do you think, Phil?
I said two white males.
Oh, 2 white males. I think this is Joe trying to throw us off, and this is going to be the black nerds. So I'm going to go black nerd. Oh, and also we just know it's 2 Oh, yeah,
The duo.
the duo. I'll go 2 black males.
Phil, you're correct.
Thank you.
Yep.
Trying to trick you.
I didn't know we were starting easy.
This is right there in front of
It
you.
was like the $100 question from Millionaires.
Okay.
He was like, that's what he wants me to pick.
Yeah, I would have guessed wrong.
All right, number 2. A hungry prowler was arrested after breaking into a Wisconsin home to cook shrimp and pasta dinner.
Shrimp and pasta. Do I guess first on this one? Sure. Shrimp and pasta to me sounds very like white, because it's kind of the thing your mom would always cook when there just wasn't much. Like, all right, what do we got in the fridge?
Yeah.
And there's like shrimp from 2 weeks ago, and then, if she cooks it long enough, at some point it'll turn pink, and it's grayish pink when you're eating it, and then pasta is just like there's always pasta somewhere around.
They said shrimp and pasta is what he made. They didn't say shrimp linguine, so he's not white.
Shrimp and pasta.
I'm
Wait, but
going-
this is
I'm
the guy
going
who
black male.
the criminal broke into the house.
And then made a dish.
Yeah, a hungry prowler arrested after breaking into a house.
I think it's gonna be white people because like it's a childhood thing.
Yeah.
If you look around a house, if they got shrimp, they got pasta, you go, yeah, I could figure something out.
I think you're about to be 0 for 2. I'm going black male.
I'm going to go white male.
So it is a white person, but it is a white woman that did it. A white woman with dreadlocks.
Oh! That's basically...
That's basically what?
That's
Black?
basically a black person.
No. I'm like, basically what? Hell no.
I have a question for Phil. Is there anyone more despised by the black community than white people with dreadlocks?
I hate white dreads. I hate white, because I don't think people realize why. Like black hair is naturally like crinkly, like coarser. It locks very quickly. Like you don't brush it, you just leave it it's going to lock. For white people to lock their hair, do you know how nasty you motherfuckers got to be? Like, you know how much dirt and soot and oily it has to get for it to even get to that type of texture? Because y'all's hair is too fine.
Yeah, you got to put it in.
You have to, and then you have to like not bathe. Because y'all get your hair wet, they would come out. So they're not bathing for.
Not only not bathing, they're adding peanut butter
It,
to the hair.
I don't think they use peanut butter.
You don't think it's peanut butter?
It's beeswax, what most people use.
Is that what it is?
It's beeswax. But I'm like, peanut butter?
It's
like,
something gross.
That's going to be on the white lies. Peanut butter in
I'm
their
pretty
hair?
sure it's peanut butter. How do you know this? Have you? Because you
I used to have dreads.
Oh, you had dreads?
I had dreads back in 2006.
Look at that.
Yeah, so
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How did they smell?
Mine smelled fine, but all of it. If you wash them regularly, if you see those big ones that look all messy and the two dreads in there, those a lot of times stink and stuff because they're not washing.
Here's a question. What about? Because you know Adam Duritz? He was the lead singer of Counting Crows.
Yeah, Mr. Jones and me.
Mr. Jones and me.
Yeah,
He's Jewish.
I met him.
I thought he was black for forever.
I thought he was too.
No, he's like a white but a Jewish guy. But
that's
he had
disappointing.
Dreads. You met him?
He was at the show at the Pear like 2 years ago.
No, he was not.
I have a picture with
at the
him.
Pear.
At the Grizzly Pear.
I went to see him. I've seen him in New York.
I was wild because they were
love
like, I was like,
Counting
Mr.
Crows.
Jones. That's what I said to him. I said, Mr. Jones.
So does here's my that's funny. You said Mr. Jones.
White black people, we don't know the name of shit. We call you what you were in the movie.
You call him Mr. Jones?
Mr. Jones, man. What's up, buddy? Yeah, that's how we do it.
But he had so essentially, does the Jew fro, because that's like
that's their
I think you could get
lineage,
dreads.
though.
That's what I'm saying.
The
That's
fro is the natural look. You have to do shit to get dreads.
To dread out the Jew fro.
Yeah, white hair just ain't naturally dreading.
All right, so they don't get a pass, the Jews.
Fuck. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to get canceled. We still need to make it. They control this shit.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I like how you say I don't want to get canceled, and then you say Jews control the media.
Listen, man. All I'm saying is this is on this type of shit, and I think Kanye is unhinged, and I think he said some wild shit. But for him to say Jews run the media, and then they blacklist him from being in the media, they proved his literal point, which was kind of crazy to me.
It's not the best way to.
Yeah. So
to
now
respond.
we take everything from you. So what he said was accurate. Then
He also said that he said like Jewish doctors.
Yeah, he said that's what I'm saying. He said a
trying
lot
to
of
kill
wild
you.
shit. You know what I mean?
And like Hitler was good.
Right. I didn't agree with none of that shit. But that one thing that he did, and then they went by showing him that we do run. I was like, that was
more than one thing. You're picking out. Okay,
Yeah.
one of the one.
One of the one. That was the only thing
Yeah.
he said. I was like, that's not that crazy.
And then
to
it
think
happened.
That. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
it kind of seems accurate then, right?
Listen, if you got the hammer, use it. Next. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, last one. In America, there's a sitting mayor who's just been charged with illegally accepting over $100,000 from a foreign government. Is he white or black?
I'll see you in Rikers, Eric Adams.
Listen, Turkish money spins just like anyone else's
That
money.
was I called him being dirty from the time he got
Everyone
into office.
did. Everyone knew he was a criminal when he got elected.
Yeah, something didn't seem right. I was like, he doesn't seem stand up.
He's also out every single night partying.
And every time there's a photo op, he's like, yeah, I've noticed that.
He's been on like I think he's been in there for 2 years. He's been on this 2-year victory tour. Like he thought once he won, that was the end of his job.
Yeah, that's
His job was to win, and now he's just celebrating.
Hanging out.
He's like it's like a Disneyland parade when you win the Super Bowl,
Right.
but for 2 years long.
Meanwhile, the subway's $2.90, and it's getting later by the minute. So I don't know. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So is he white or black?
Shout out to Eric Adams. He's still our mayor, by the way. Biden's still our president, and Eric Adams is still our mayor.
America's in shambles.
How about
right
that?
now. America's in shambles.
How about that?
Period.
All right.
All right. Good job, guys.
Thank you, Joe Russell. We will be right back with your black and white advice questions.
Hey, you want to get bonus content, early episodes, and have your questions answered on the show?
Well, then subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/blackandwhiteadvice and subscribe right now.
Do it, and we'll give you a shout out on a future episode.
And I might call you the N-word.
All right, we're back. First question
Woo!
comes to us from Jordan in Chicago. Jordan wants to know what is white people's obsession with the royal family? Great question.
Great question. I have always had that question. I wish I knew why.
I've had the answer to this for a very long time.
I'm gonna let you take
so
it.
my mom, first of all, when you say white people, I think I'm fair. It's white women. I don't know white men who sit down to watch the royal wedding like it's the Super Bowl.
Fair.
But I don't know white women who don't do that.
Right.
Every white woman I know in my life, my mother, that's probably the only white woman I know. My wife's Chinese.
Yes, true. Yeah,
But anyway, they love the royal family. They love the royal wedding. They love England specifically. But any type of royalty, here's why. First of all, loved colonization.
yeah, that's what it is. Simpler
Big fans of colonizing. And because when people go, everyone when they're like 19, they want to go to Europe and live in like a colonial town. And that they always talk about colonial, like we went on vacation. Oh, it was like we were in Thailand, but it was formerly a French colony, so all the architecture was French.
Yeah.
And that's presented as a positive, not like they slaughtered
They
all these
ruined the whole culture of these
local people,
Right.
and then built a couple houses. But now it's like a boutique hotel that you can pay like $1,000
that they let
a
them
night.
work in, but they could never afford to stay
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So we love colonizing. That's big with our people. And then secondly, women want to be princesses. This is the Disney culture of it all.
Got you. This is real life adult Disney.
Becoming a princess is the white female version of a man wanting to. If you win the Super Bowl, I made it to the NFL. Not only did I make the NFL, I'm now winning the Super Bowl. I'm the best player. I can have this ring for the rest of my life. That's who Meghan Markle is, a hero.
I was about to say, no, that's why y'all gave Meghan such a hard time. All these white women who dreamed of being a princess one day see Meghan come in strutting that little melanin she got, and they're like, this black bitch stole my dream.
Well, every single white woman I know, this is where
They
it
loved
comes
them.
into different kinds of white people.
Yeah.
They obsessively love Meghan Markle.
I thought Meghan Markle was dope. I loved her in Suits. She was fine as hell. So, you know what I mean? I didn't really, but I didn't like how they did her. And then made them leave the family and shit. It's because they didn't want no
that's the-
chocolate in that damn royal bloodline.
Oh, of course, the royal family.
Yeah, they're all inbred. Look at the new dude. What's his name? Charles?
Yeah, of course. Those
Oh,
buck teeth.
buddy, let me tell you, there is inbreeding 101.
I do think it was a little naive on Meghan Markle's.
To think that her black ass would be accepted.
Yes.
And then her mama came out looking like Whoopi Goldberg, just a beautiful black woman. But I was like, you thought they was gonna let this black lady make collard greens in Buckingham Palace?
Yeah,
Ain't
it
no
was.
way.
It was never gonna. And then when she came back and she did the Oprah interview, and she's like, "Oprah, you're never gonna believe it, but the royal family is a racist."
Yeah.
And it's like, and then Oprah acted like she was shocked. She's like, "What are you? Are you telling me the truth?" It's like, Oprah, you're smart. You're one of the. I thought we had just all accepted a long time ago that of course, the royal family of England, the one who colonized the
The
world.
world doesn't like non-whites.
Yeah. Have you read a history book?
Yeah, but that's why it was just kind of, it was a whole situation.
But anyway, so that's why people love. Also, have you ever heard of this? Will, I think, put it in perspective. Have you ever heard of Queen Noor of Jordan?
Why does that Game of Thrones?
No, this is a real life person.
Got it. Okay.
So a white American lady who, growing up in my family, in a white mother in California in the 80s and 90s, we learned all about Queen Noor. She was like this, something to aspire to, because she was a white lady who the king of Jordan was business partners with her dad in America for something. And then his wife died or he got divorced or something. And then he married his business partner's daughter, who was like 30 years younger than him.
Was this in like 1800s?
No, this was in like 1996.
Oh, wow.
And then all of a sudden, she became the princess of Jordan.
Because she
And maybe even queen of Jordan. Queen
Queen,
Noor.
yeah.
She became the queen of Jordan and did some charity work. So then that she's like a hero to white women because it's like, oh my God, we could all become a queen.
Yeah, we could all be
This
queen.
could-
just
and
marry the right guy.
Sure, Jordan, what do we care? We never heard of the country, but
Right.
yes, I will do that.
That's pretty sick, though.
It is a pretty baller
pretty
move.
sick.
And so now her kids are like, her kids are like in their 30s, maybe now, early 40s. And they're all the princes of Jordan, but they're like basically American, you know? And I've heard stories that Russell Peters will perform for them privately when he goes over there to do tours. He'll also do private shows at like the prince's house. He's like best friends with the princes now.
That's pretty.
I mean, best friends. They'll they'll throw him
imagine
some
getting
cash.
a call to just do a private show. It's like, yeah, it's just me, Beyonce, Jay-Z, just doing a little show for them. They want to hear the new stuff.
Come to the palace.
Yeah, like,
come to the
what?
castle.
Dude, that's got to be sick. Okay, I didn't know. I've never heard of this Queen Nora.
So that's it. The white people we grow up idolizing.
Yeah, okay.
This is the height.
We
of,
have NBA players, and y'all have.
Yeah, you got
queens.
Kobe. We got Queen
Yeah,
Nora.
Yeah, I'll take the king.
And we got Vladdy Divac.
Vladdy Divac. Oh my God.
So anyway, why we love her? I think I answered why.
You did. I literally didn't have any really input on this because I was listening to the answer because as soon as you read the question, I was like, I've always
Growing up,
wanted
did
that.
your family ever watch the royal wedding? Any of the royal weddings as a family?
Black people? You think we give a damn about what rich white folks is doing with their marriages? We got bills to pay over here. I ain't got time to worry about the royal family.
What about where were you?
When Princess Diana got killed?
Yeah.
Well,
Was that a big deal?
it was a big deal for the world. I was 8 years old. I didn't know what happened. Now that I'm older, I've like read up on it because I was always wondering because I remember it being a very big deal. And I was like, why is it she got in a car accident, which was sad. And then my mom was like, well, she was the royal. She was supposed to be the queen. And so I was like, oh. So I remember that. And then as I got older, I was like, oh, they killed Diana.
They killed her
They killed Diana.
because she left her. Because she got divorced and she was dating like a Middle Eastern guy.
Yeah.
Like
they
an
killed-
Egyptian prince or something.
They got her ass up out of there.
Yeah, you
know
think?
what I mean? Yeah.
And then again, Meghan Markle's like, wait a second. They're not treating me well? Can
They
you believe
killed
it?
their own
Yeah, They
Meghan.
killed the last lady.
Yeah. And that's what I wonder if the sons know. I wonder if that's why William's so like easily able to step away from the family. Like, man, y'all fucked up.
Why he took her to America.
Yeah, 'cause I
think,
you think he knows.
His mom, they killed his mom.
Yeah. That's wild.
Wild.
Well, I didn't know she was divorced. She had divorced the.
She'd already gotten divorced, which is highly not allowed.
Yeah.
So she gets divorced, and then not only that, but then starts dating an Egyptian guy. And they're like, okay.
That's African. She was dating a black
She
man.
was
to them.
dating a North
you're
African.
out of here.
Yeah.
And that's why he got with Meghan out of spite. He's like, I'm getting me a sister too.
Yeah.
See if they'll kill me.
Well, they were probably going
They
to.
were, if he didn't get out of there, he would have had a slip and fall in the
Yeah.
palace.
Turns out she's right. Spotify, she got a bunch of money and did nothing for them. So.
Of course.
And
I ain't mad at
Netflix,
it.
I believe.
She had suits already. She was
Turns
fine.
out the princess is doing fine.
Yeah. Right. News to us. The princess ain't hurting.
All right, next question. Good one, Jordan. I like the question. By the way, named Jordan. That's ironic. James in Florida. I'm going to my first black wedding. What is a proper amount of money to spend on the gift?
Don't cheap out on them, but they normally have a registry, buddy. Why don't you just get something off the fucking list? What, are you just
but-
going to freestyle it?
I mean,
We're
it's an
going
old
to freestyle
school
it, get them
move
a
to
car.
freestyle it.
Get them a car then, shit. But they normally have a wedding registry, and then you can find something within your
What
price
do you
range.
normally spend on a gift?
What I can afford. I'm not going broke trying to impress
I
nobody.
think I'm at this point. I'm at like
50 to 100 bucks.
$100. Depends on how well I know.
And that's
the
the thing, yeah, but like 50 to 100 bucks, and I'm not afraid of getting the cheapest thing on your list. You still need it, you know.
Why would a black wedding gift be different than a white wedding gift amount of money?
I don't know. That's what I was kind of curious about, but that's why I was like, the whole situation seems fucked up. He's like, oh well, the white wedding they get 400. The black wedding we got Amazon gift cards. Like, why can't we get the money? But no, I think it just depends on what type of person you are
Okay.
and what your financial situation is, you know. But
That just sounds exactly like any wedding.
yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. I've never like tried to break the bank for a wedding gift. Like,
Yeah.
man, you
The
wanna
people
use
who
it.
put those like $500 things on the registry, that's just for like grandma, right?
Yeah. These
Somebody
are for
who's
close relatives.
about to die, and they're like, "You're going to be getting this money anyway,
Right.
in a couple years. So let me just
you gotta
give
be
you
real close. That's what I'm saying. Nobody.
$500 now." Next question,
Absolutely.
Keith in Brooklyn. Oh, this is a good one. I'm a white person who lives in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and I'm constantly aware that the locals view me as a gentrifier and that I don't belong. What can I do? I guess to fit in.
Go back to where you came from. What could I do? Seems pretty simple.
I would say Bed-Stuy's only, I don't want to give out exactly where I live and where we are right now, but it's only a few neighborhoods away.
Right. Yeah. And but the thing is,
I don't feel like I don't belong here, but this is a different.
Yeah. No, this whole building, this is a different area of town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That I'm not sure if it was ever. I'm sure at one point it was a crack neighborhood, but probably not. But Bed-Stuy was a real black, like strong black neighborhood back in the day.
Bed-Stuy do or die, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, boy,
was
look
the
at
phrase.
you. Exactly. So now, yeah, the people that grew up there, it looks nothing like how they remember. So they're going to keep staring at you like that. You just got to prove to them that you're a nice guy and, you're in the neighborhood. Like, I'm going to be honest, most of the time, black people, we don't just bother people to bother them. You know what I mean? Like, this is the difference. I'm going to be honest. This is how I feel. White people wake up mad at the world and just start waking up and start shooting shit. That's what y'all do. Black people, when you get killed, it's out of money, drugs, or respect. That's normally the three things that get you. Other than that, we got too much going on to just be walking up on white people like, again, money, drugs, respect.
What do you mean by respect?
Disrespect. Like you.
Disrespect.
Okay. Lack of respect. There.
Yeah.
That'll get you hurt. You know what I mean? But if you see, like, we don't go into post offices just gunning down co-workers and go, you know what I mean? Like, that is, so
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm saying. You don't have anything to worry about. They might look at you because they're like, look, another one. But it is what it is. You knew you were a gentrifier when you signed the lease.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't feel weird now.
And is gentrifying wrong?
So this is I guess double-sided quote, because yes and no. You know what I mean? Here, gentrification would not be wrong if they gentrified a neighborhood and then it was still affordable enough for the people who were from that neighborhood to still live in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
The reason gentrification sucks is the neighborhood, nobody gives a fuck about these black neighborhoods the whole time they're black. Soon as enough white people move in and they start changing shit and making it nice, now y'all want to take all the culture, all the history, and call it your own, change the name, and then the people that made it what it is can't even be in this vicinity without the cops bother them or what they can't. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that's what makes gentrification so messed up. If you did it so you were just renovating a neighborhood,
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be great. I mean, a lot of these neighborhoods need to be gentrified. That's what, like, they need new businesses. They need,
Yeah, they need like everyone jokes about the cupcake shop. That's like an old bit, but you do need somebody to rent the spaces on
Right.
the street corner.
Exactly.
They're not empty.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a weird thing because, no, I don't mind because I live in a gentrified neighborhood, but I'm giving back to my community. That's why I'm the one brother in that area.
Wait, how you're giving back by staying?
Yeah.
I
There's
see.
still some relics of home. Here,
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that I don't know, man. Yeah, it's one of those things for me. Depends on how
My
you do it.
favorite thing about living in I would say this is like a mixed neighborhood where I live right now, is like all the old black grandmas. It's a type of person I never would have run into before.
Yeah,
Just,
black grandmas.
I mean,
are
I
the
lived in
best.
China for 12 years, but before that, I grew up in like a white suburb.
Yeah,
And they're the most hilarious people.
black grandmas are the absolute best.
And fun, and will like
Funny too.
funny, and there's people that we know in our neighborhood now who every time you see them, they'll just fill you in on talking
gossip of the
shit about
neighborhood.
everybody.
Yeah.
And
it's the best when they start giving you the tea.
oh
Giving you the
my.
rundown and everything. Well, you know she's cheating on her husband.
Yeah, it's all that kind of
Yeah, yeah.
stuff. And it's like it's all about not only the other grandma on the other side of the street, but her kids.
Oh, kids ain't shit. The mama's a whore. You know she's strung out on drugs. Bless her
It's all
heart.
that.
Yeah.
And it's all nicknames. It goes,
Yeah.
you talk. I'm like, do you know that lady? You talking about Crazy Kathy?
Crazy.
Who doesn't know? Of course I know Crazy
Ben
Kathy.
had a nickname for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, that is top notch. And the thing is, they just want conversation because they're normally lonely too, so it gives them a chance.
It's the best.
yeah. I do enjoy
And,
that.
and being a comedian, I'm home all day. So, like, I'm the one on the street who can mix it up. Everybody else is, like, at work. Their
Yeah.
kids are at work. All the other neighbors are in some office somewhere. I'm just hanging out in the courtyard being like, yeah, let's hang out.
just shucking peas with an old black lady.
They're all my new best friends now.
I like that.
There's a lady down on our floor who the other day she was like, this is like 6 months ago. She goes, "Hey Turner, there's an election tomorrow, and I'm running a local election." I'm like, "All right, cool." She's like, "You got to vote for me." I'm like, "Done. I'll vote for you." And then I sat there in the courtyard with her. Every single person who walked by, she just stops and she goes, "Hey, this is my name. I'm running. There's an election." No one even knew there was an election. It was local only.
Right.
She goes, "There's an election tomorrow. Vote for me. There's an election tomorrow. Vote for me." She said it about 10, 15 times in the 10 minutes we were there. And every single person was like, "Yeah, okay. Why not?" I didn't know. No one asked what's her politics.
Yeah, y'all know.
What are we running for? It's just like, yeah, we'll vote. And then guess what? I voted for her. I see her 2 weeks later. I'm like, "How'd you do in the election?" She goes, "I won." Now she's like our comptroller or something.
Really?
I don't know what it is.
So you're in now.
I'm in. Oh. Yeah, so now I have what do I have? A link to power. So I can start really
This
grinding.
is how Eric Adams got started.
This is.
That's awesome.
I'm going to make grandma the new Eric Adams.
That'd be sick. She'd love it too.
All right. Let's see. Another question. I don't know if this is the last one or not. This comes from Jack in Buffalo. He says,
Oh, the whole setup of that question was outrageous.
What do you mean?
I thought it was going to be some nasty shit. You said, "This comes from Jack in Buffalo." I was like, what are you about to say? What is really about to happen right now?
I was trying to find where it was on my
Comes
computer.
Jack. I was like, off.
Jack in Buffalo wants to know, why do black people only smoke menthols?
Have you ever hit a menthol? It's a very cool sensation in your mouth. Pause. And, and we cool people. So we going to do the coolest shit you can do. We're going to take the coolest version of it. Like, Newports is just... I'm just making shit up and be honest with you. I have no idea why we love menthols, but I love a good menthol. If I'm going to have one, I'm probably going to take a menthol over a regular. I mean, I do but I don't like smoking cigs, but if I'm drunk and somebody gives me a cigarette, yeah, I'd prefer it to be a
I've never
menthol.
smoked a cigarette of any kind in my life.
You're adorable.
Never
You really
one.
are. I always had my first cigarette when I was 8, I think.
8?
I think no, no, my uncle gave me my first cigar when I was 9. So yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. We were at a car and bike show. And there's these girls walking around in thongs and shit. And he gave me he lit up a Swisher Sweet and he's like, "You want one?" I was
Just
like, yeah.
casually?
Yeah.
Not even like, "Hey, this would be crazy." Just like, "Oh, I should." It would be rude to not
I had
offer.
stolen some before but got caught, so he already knew I was thinking about smoking.
At 9
Yeah,
years
so
old?
he was like, "If you gonna do it,
Do you know how
do it."
small like a 9-year-old child looks? Can you imagine giving a 9-year-old?
No, to this day, he's like, "You should have seen." He's like, "I've never been more proud of you." He's like, "You was walking through that." He's like puffing that cigar like a grown ass man. I said, the fact that they didn't lock you up.
Totally. In public, this wasn't like at Christmas when no one was around.
No, but we were also in Winsboro, South Carolina at a car and bike show. So it is
Yeah.
the hood, rims, spinners. You know what I mean? Like it was that type of
Everything's legal. That's basically international waters.
Yeah, buddy. Let
Yeah.
me tell you. So I had no business being around women in G-strings and out here, but I was like, shit, we was smoking with my uncle.
There's a whole section just for General Lee's.
You're cussing, walking around. smoking
Definitely cussing, big cussing. By 9, I was cussing heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I never smoked a cigarette. So what was a menthol? It's minty, I guess is the idea.
Yeah, it's cold. It's like cold on your throat. It's like somebody put Vicks Vapor Rub in it. That's what it feels like.
I think that might be it. Although, black people love Vicks Vapor Rub, right? I know this from I think it's a Wanda Sykes bit.
I was like, do we love it? I mean, we use it
I think
during
it's
cold
I think it's
season.
I know it from stand up.
Cold and flu season is pretty big, but
But
we don't just rub it on daily.
It's not a thing?
It's not lotion, Turner. It's Vicks. It would burn. It's not daily. No. This use as needed.
Wanda Sykes steered me wrong.
Yeah, I think it was for the bit.
I think it was for the bit. All right. We have one more to close it out with. This isn't really much of an advice question. This is just an attack.
An attack?
An
Is this
attack.
hate mail?
This is our first hate mail. Yes. This is a new segment. Should we debut it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a brand new segment, everybody. It is called Hate Mail. Most shows will not only run away from their hate mail, they will delete comments when people leave them on Instagram, social media, whatever. They go through, delete, only have the good ones. We are not like that.
Because we know this is a racist ass podcast, so it's going to rub some people the wrong way that don't realize that it's all in good fun and that we're joking and that, you know what I mean, that we're just here to discuss things to help us understand each other.
Ultimately, what we're doing is productive. We're promoting dialogue among
Right.
races.
Yeah, with the questions that you don't want to ask, you know, because the dialogue, like you said, but there's always going to be a hating ass motherfucker. And this is why I'm here.
This is why we're here.
Yeah.
We are cut from a different cloth. You send us hate mail. Not only will we not delete it on the Instagram,
We're gonna read
comments,
it.
We're going to read it on air.
And then we're going to put your name on it.
Then we'll put your name on
Then
it.
I'm going to call you, send it to your kid's school.
Yes.
All right.
Whatever he just said, we'll do that too.
All right.
Something about your kid's school.
Send it to your kid's school.
Send it to your kid's school.
Along with your wife's nudes. Okay, that was too far.
If we can get a hold of them.
If we can get a hold of them.
First piece of hate, and we only have one for this episode. This comes from Vinny in Carlisle, England. He says, hello.
Hello, governor.
Hello, governor. Are you guys... All right, I'm not going to do the exit. Are you guys just an ugly version of Colin Jost and Michael Che?
I never thought.
I'm going to answer yes.
Yeah, the fact that you think we are that successful says all I need to know.
I do like that.
Yeah, you know what? That's not hate mail. Big ups.
Hey,
Big
shout
ups
out
to England, huh?
Vinny in Carlisle. Panic on the Streets of Carlisle. You know that song, Joe? No. The Smiths. Hang the DJ, hang the DJ, hang the DJ. Anyway.
White music we've never heard of.
White music we've never heard of.
Hang the DJ,
That's the new
hang
podcast.
the DJ. That's what he says?
Yeah.
It's all about lynching in your white songs?
Yeah, if you're... yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean-
It's England.
That's true.
Are we assuming it's a black
I
DJ in
assume-
England?
No, I was assuming this was in South Carolina.
Are we the ugly version? Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say yes for me. I'm not as good looking as Colin Jost.
And I'm better looking than Michael Che, so I don't really know how to answer that. Yeah, but we are the new up-and-comers.
We're taking over.
Yeah, about to say, I don't really know. I'm sure they're really nice guys, but they ain't doing what we doing, and we ain't doing what they doing. So I think we just all going to be in our different lanes, counting the moolah.
Yeah, baby. Here we go. I think that's it. That's the show. Oh, wait.
Also,
White Lies.
oh,
And you promote, and we're
Yeah.
gonna put some at the beginning, but tell them again.
October 25th is the release of my debut comedy special, Gentrification. It'll be out on all platforms. What a great name. We were just talking about it.
It's called Gentrification.
Yeah, you know, my middle name is Gentry, so I named it Gentrific.
No way, is it?
Yeah, Philip Gentry Duckett.
Are you named after Alvin Gentry, the basketball coach?
No, I'm named after a motherfucking classy motherfucker. Gentry, gentleman of the upper class. That's what it means. So just like the name. And it was a tuxedo shop in Kansas where I was born. Something you didn't know about me.
Look at that.
Yeah, I don't remember. I was born in Kansas. I think I moved when I was 2.
Born in Kansas. Like
Because I
John-
tell everybody I'm from the Carolinas because I am. Both my parents from North Carolina. And I grew up in North Carolina and went to high school in South Carolina. But I was born in Wichita, Kansas.
Look at you,
Couldn't tell you shit about Kansas.
man of the people,
I am, baby.
from the heartland.
Come
You're
on.
the John Cougar Mellencamp of podcasting.
I like that. That is dope. Yeah, baby.
All right, gentrification.
Gentrification, October 25th, man. Y'all,
And that might be out, depending upon when this show comes out, that might be out right now. So they can go to YouTube.
yeah, go to YouTube. You can go to SiriusXM. It'll be on iTunes and Spotify.
All right, just type in Phil Duckett.
Phil Duckett.
2
baby.
T's.
Yes, sir. 1 L and Philip. Thank you.
And now, last thing we got to do, Joe Russell to the show, White Lies and Dark Truths. What did we get right? Or what did we get wrong? Excuse me. What were we lying about?
I'll just tell you a bunch of stuff here, guys.
A bunch? I don't want a bunch.
Well, Phil is saying that
Is this hate mail?
white ladies put peanut butter in their dreadlocks.
I said that.
You said that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is true.
Hey!
Some people do it, but if you consult the professionals, all the hair professionals online say that's not a good idea. You should just use your natural oils to maintain your dreads.
Listen, here's my question. Who's been to a 311 concert and who hasn't? I've seen peanut butter and dreadlocks in these audience members.
What do their pillowcases look like? Are they just covered in mold and peanut butter?
I haven't hooked up with any of these people.
I can see
I'm
you
just
laying up beside a Tarzan-looking woman.
Oh, boy.
Is it the chunky peanut butter though?
Extra chunky. It ain't. It's not Jif. Let me tell you that much.
Y'all like crunchy peanut butter?
No.
I do.
My parents did, though.
I just had it recently, maybe like 2 years ago. It's not as bad as I thought it would be.
It's an odd sensation.
It is.
It's like orange juice with pulp.
Don't mind it. As a kid, I hated it. As an adult, I don't mind a little. pulp.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's caught in my throat. Anything else?
Yeah. So when it comes to weddings, so this is the pay scale of what you should give people. So co-workers or distant relatives, you should spend $50 to $75. Friends or relatives, $75 to $100. And for close friends, family members, or if you're in the wedding party, $100 to $150 or more.
Or more? No.
No. So
Disagree.
distant friends are getting $75 gifts?
50 to 75.
50 to 75. Listen, I don't think
It
I've
is a
ever...
free meal and drinking for you that night. So.
No, but if you're in the wedding party, they make you... I was forced to buy a suit one time, buy my own suit. Not only that, they're like, let's all pitch in on a gift for the groom. You're in for $1,000 just by showing up.
Me and my wife, we have a piece of paper where we have all the money that everyone gave us for our wedding, and we just give them the exact same amount of money back.
That is
Hey, I
And
like it.
we even do like a funny joke in the car. We go, and here's the money you gave us back. Thank you.
Hilarious.
sick.
And then we have one more thing about the menthol cigarettes, and I couldn't really find much about this, except Cat Williams said
It's got to be true.
black
gotta be
people
true.
prefer menthol cigarettes because they have a richer and stronger flavor, and black people prefer that. That's what he said.
Well, we like flavor.
All right, is that it?
Yeah, that's it, guys.
That's the show. Everybody go to our Patreon, patreon.com/blackandwhiteadvice, and subscribe. Stay black.
Stay black. Yes! Stay black, America.
Stay black.
You've got a question, but you're scared to ask. Just drop the boys a